I would like to say thank you from the bottom from my heart because you are inviting me into your channel. Yeah. So actually, my name is Sangeeta. I am from Mumradabad, and I am a homemaker. And apart from this, I run a YouTube channel where I upload my conversational videos. And recent earlier my hobbies was different, but now my hobbies have become changed. Now my hobbies is I'm truly passionate towards this language. Earlier, I was not passionate, but yeah, nowadays I'm too much passionate towards this language, and I'm learning. Earlier, when I start having a conversation with, also I feel very confident, but now I am assertive. I have a bit confident, and I can have conversation in front of every person. Yes.
Okay, okay, that's lovely. That's lovely. I think sooner or later, when we find our passion in something, it's always like we are directed in a right direction. It feels in this way that, okay, at least I am on the right track, and you will get to know by your instinct, by your intuition, you will be guided toward it, and you will know that, okay, this is the thing that I am so passionate about, and I would love to do it for a long time. So that's a definitely an awesome feeling, I would say. Okay, so if I'm not wrong, like you have studied law.
Yeah, I studied long. Means earlier I leave my study before marriage, but after the marriage, when I got my child, then I started my study again, like law and everything. And after getting marriage, I studied my law and I completed. And now I recently completed my law actually. Then in the
Oh,
middle completed my law. I told I passionate. I jump into the English conversation.
okay, so
So
that's so
that
nice. You finished your studies just after marriage. Like you, after getting married, you continued your studies, and then you have recently finished it. Is that so?
yeah, actually only law I started after getting married. I started law, and actually I left my study for a long time ago. But then after getting married, I didn't get any child. So I remain very frustrated that because my husband doesn't live with me and he lives out of country, and I was alone at that time. So I thought that I should do something for myself. If will not do something, so it means like a there is nothing in my life because my husband doesn't live with me. I don't have any child. So I start again my study in the as a law. Then I, in the middle of law, I went for practicing for 5 to 6 months, and I went to so many places from there, from my nearby my court. And in the middle, when the corona started, and as you know that in that time everything is stopped and everything we have to do from our home. So my practice stopped at that time. Then I got pregnant after that. As I got pregnant, so I was not able to complete my law because at that time, because my child was not normal and he is through IVF. So doctor advised me that not to step out even a single from
Time.
your home. So I stayed at home for 9 months, and after that, my last semester left. My last semester left. Then I completed my last semester recently. 15th of July, I completed my law. Then I jump into my conversational like English because somehow I find my interest that how in big things I have an interest. When I found my
Wow,
interest,
wow.
so I started listening.
Oh my God, I have goosebumps listening to your experience. Like that's so nice. I will not judge people, but many a times I have listened to people's experiences, and somehow they like to stay in the pain. They like to stay in the frustration, and they complain about it. But I'm so happy and impressed that you took that decision, and you moved yourself out, you did something to get yourself busy. That's wonderful. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Until we are,
I'm
yes, you
sorry.
continue.
Yeah, no,
You
no, you
can
continue.
continue.
Okay,
Actually,
so yes, yes, please.
until we busy ourselves, so I think we can't achieve anything.
Hmm.
So to achieve something, we will have to busy ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
in my perspective, actually, my
Mm-hmm.
dogma, these things.
Right, right. So, how was your experience? Like you said that you were frustrated before, and you felt like you were idle in a way, and your husband was not with you. So, did opting for studies help? How did it help you? Definitely, it must have helped you. But in what ways it helped you? Can you elaborate it a bit?
Means actually, can you make me understand again this question?
Yes, like you just mentioned that you thought that I should continue doing something, and you then opted for your studies in law. So when you started going out of the house and you started getting your practice done, how was your experience? What change it brought
Yeah,
for you?
yeah. Actually, it has become very changed with me, because when I start going outside for practicing, so I got up much confident, because I have faced so many people, and I encounter so many people like normal and every kind of people I faced in a food, and like judge, like lawyer, like normal people, and every kind of witness, everything. So at that time, I found that yeah, I am something that I can face everything, and I have a plan to do something, because at the time I was not good enough. Because as you know that when we got married and our husband go to his duty after leaving his wife at home, so these things break everything for the female life. Then when I start these things, so I realize that yeah, I can do, and I have a power to do, to achieve, to face all kind of things. Even I don't have my husband, but even I can achieve, and I am a strongest that time I feel. And when I start this journey language, so yeah, I am too much busy and I am too over the moon right now, that
Yeah,
yeah, I don't feel that I am alone. I don't feel I miss I am too much happy,
right, right, right.
because I found a lot of with the things myself.
Yeah, right. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I think whenever we take some we take some sort of action, it is never going to be a waste. It is never going to be a futile. You will always get something or the other thing out of it. And I think that is the best
Yeah,
part of this thing, that you take action. You should keep yourself busy, and you should move yourself forward. Even if you don't have any clue where are you going, what would it help you, in what way it will help you, but we should always move forward and keep taking some sort of action. So I think this is going to be a message for all the viewers also, by your story,
yeah,
that even they, like if they are at a stage in their life where they feel frustrated, they feel clueless what future is going to bring for them, they should take action. Whatever is in their capacity, they should go in that direction. That's wonderful. Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right. So
Yes.
so if you want to ask me something, please go on. I am the
Yes,
only one
actually, I
asking questions.
no, no problem. Actually, I also resonate with you, because being a mother, you are running your podcast. When I listen about you, that yeah, being a mother and being a housewife, and being means we have so much responsibility in our head. And apart from this, we are doing something that we in which things we have special interest in our mind. So I also resonate with you. So that is why actually it is very helpful for all the viewers that who are those demons are not doing something while sitting at home. They always think that we can't do anything, and they have an interest in anything. So I think they should forward and start moving our passion. They should follow our passion and do start. No one can judge you. No one can stop you. If you start, if you will start following that your passion, no one can stop, because even so many women are sitting at home and they are following their passion, and they are increasing ourselves, and they are increasing our conversation skills. So
Right.
yeah, it's a good for all those women that
Yes.
should go forward.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
don't
Yeah, right.
blame future.
Right, right, right. I totally agree with you. And like every woman, when I got married, I was clueless. What will I do? Because you have to settle in a new place, and all the people are new for you. Your surroundings are new for you. You are not familiar with the place. So that was the exact case with me. And I, like before marriage, I used to work as a content writer in a company. But when I got married, there were no such companies, and I was clueless. What would I do next? But then, and back then, when I started off with my podcasting thing, it was a talk show. It wasn't that, popular back then. People were just starting towards this kind of show. So I thought I should do this. And I remember my second child was just 6 months old when I started. So I remember I had this podcast with a social worker. His name was Sarabjit Singh Bobby. I had went to Shimla, and I had taken my little one, my 6 months old, along with me. Or during, like, he was with my I was taking his interview, that person's interview. I was in conversation with him. There was this camera person and everything, but behind the scene my son was there, and I was taking the break in between, and I was making him comfortable in between. So I think my YouTube journey, it's like I am not doing I I never could do it on a regular basis. I would do it sporadically, like I would do it on and off because of my household chores and me being a mother of two very little ones. I could never do it on a regular basis, but it taught me a very important lesson that you should step forward. You will definitely learn something out of it. And that YouTube channel made me really versatile. Like I gained this confidence interacting people. I had not this confidence before, but I gained this. I learned how to converse with people, how to express your thoughts, how to be opinionated among them, and how to carry a show, how to frame questions, how to bring something out of the show for audience to be able to resonate it with. So it really taught me a lot of things, and along with, like, it, I am so proud of myself that I did it in spite of the odds, despite in spite of the fact that my kids were really small. And sometimes I remember here in Solan, like I'm from Solan, the Solan district of Himachal Pradesh, it's very cold. In winters, it's really cold. And I remember you know, I would make my children sleep. And how are the kids when they're small? They sleep for a very less time, then they wake up, then they need their mother. So that was, and I had two children of the similar age, like they have very less gap. So they would require me every now and then, and I would, take a break in between and shoot a video just quickly, and come back. And in the morning also, like it's very cold here, in the morning I would wake up at 6, go to the storeroom. I had made this setup in the storeroom where I had my tripod and camera set. I would go upstairs, do the recording in the in the chilly mornings, then come back to my kids. So that was how I would manage all the things. And now I feel like, yes, that every step had paid me off in some way or another. So I'm very proud of my journey. Yeah.
Wow. Actually, it's a resonating story. Actually, oh my God.
And I
It's
think
a
this is not
critical for
just
every
me.
mother.
Yes, Sangeeta, and this is just not with me. I think every mother goes, like, they have to go through all of these things. Maybe they're not able to
Yeah.
express it with people, they are not able to share it online, but everyone goes through this same experience. And but I
Yeah.
my point is, you should also do something for your happiness. Like when you are a mother, when you
Mhm.
are a homemaker, when you are a wife, you're a daughter-in-law, you're a daughter, you're a bhabhi, and there are so many roles attached to a woman.
Too much.
But along with that, you should not neglect yourself, and you should definitely do something for yourself, even if the degree is small, even if you feel like it is not going to pay you off, but definitely it is going to pay you off in the future. It will serve you in one way or another. So that is my point.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, so I want to ask Monica ji, how this thought come into your mind to podcast, to create a podcast.
So I was like, when I got married, I was only with my kids, and I was so much into reading. I did not know what would I do, what would make me a fulfilling person, what work should I do, should I continue doing. And that was the time when I would reflect a lot, and I would introspect, and I would think, "Ki, what is that particular thing that would make me happy?" And I have been a person who always loved stories. Like, I loved people's experiences. I loved their unique journeys of life. So one day I was listening to this interview of Kareena Kapoor with somebody, and I was fascinated by Kareena Kapoor's whatever she was talking about. But then I thought, we are so fascinated about celebs, but we are, like, we common people, the ordinary people, are heroes of their own life, but no one actually knows about their life journeys. But we are actually the real heroes, because films and movies are also picturized upon the common man's stories. They play a role of a common girl or common character, and then we relate with them. But they are always talking about, as a celebrity, about their glorification, or about the big things they have done. That was the idea behind it, that I thought I should bring a show where common people would be invited, and I would talk about their unique journeys, their unique experiences, how they achieved something in life, and how has been the journey for them. So that was the idea, and it really hit me hard, and I stick to the idea for a very long time. Later on, it became demanding, because I had to stay with my kids. But then this podcast, it involved traveling also, and it involved investment also. So I am now, like, I took a break from it, but now I am, very soon I'm resuming. I'm planning to resume it. So that is the thing. But it really, like, it,
Love.
yeah, but it I really, I'll tell you, Sangeeta, whenever I would do an interview with somebody, it would give me so much confidence and enthusiasm, and I would always get so inspired by that particular person sitting in front of me, or talking to me one to one. And I would be so inspired on a personal level. Like, I don't know how would my audience be reacting to the interview, but I would be so fascinated, so tempted by the person on a personal level. I remember there was this
Yeah.
person, his name was Sumit, and he was differently abled. Like, he was born with some disabilities. So he was differently abled, and he had spent all his life on wheelchair, and he would always need that support of his parents. And one day I got lucky to invite him on the show, and he expressed that how, being, like, despite the odds, despite all the disabilities, how he managed to learn about computers, and now, without a very fancy degree, he is paying really well in the field. So this story also inspired me. So I came across many such stories during my journey, and it was really a fabulous experience. Yeah.
So, how do you invite the people at your channel? Means,
uh
how do you
the
invite?
process, you're asking me the process.
Yeah. How is
Okay,
the
so
process to invite the people?
see, I think I completely rely on the supreme powers for that. I don't know how will I sound about it, but I would just think of the energy that I have in my heart at particular time. Like, if I'm in a mood to talk to a aged person, and I want to talk about journey of aging, or their journey of accepting the age, and the challenges that come along with aging, I would just assess my mood. Okay, this is the story that I want to express, or I want to share with my audience. Then I would keep thinking about that particular thing, and then I would just try to look around. If I can see any person like that, I would be aware. Okay, if there is something which can be relevant to the idea, and then in a few days I'll get a call, or I will get to connect with that such a person, and then I'll send the proposal to the person, and then the person will reply. So this is how I would work. And whenever you are in a field, your chain will get enlarged. Your chain of people will get enlarged. Initially, you will start with two or three people, then you will expand that number, then it will become 10 people, then it will become 15 people, then from people to people, from word of mouth, your circle, your connection will get huge. So that happened with me also. I started with one or two interviews, but later on I stayed in touch with them. It wasn't like I after the interview I would never check on them. I would keep messaging them, would check their health, how are they doing in their life, would I will stay in touch with them. So I think that helped me because I was in touch of them, and then suddenly someday they would recommend me a person. Okay, Monica, I have this person, you should interview them. So that was how the chain got large. The number became humongous. So I used this technique. Yeah.
Wow, it's lovely, such interesting. Your journey, how to invite the
Yeah,
members in
right,
your
right.
channel actually.
Yes, yes.
So sometimes we have to travel to do your work.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes you will have to travel to do your work
Yes, yes,
from your home.
yes. Right, right. The
So
traveling.
how do you manage? How
Nothing.
do you
I would
manage
take
that
my driver and
traveling?
my car. I would go by the car and I would take some driver. I would, my family is into business. So we have a driver and a car
Okay,
always available. So whenever I would feel
okay,
like, okay, I need to travel somewhere, I would pre-tell I would pre-inform my husband, and then he would arrange things for me. So that was how I would manage. Yeah. I would not go to a
yeah,
very far place. I would,
okay,
at maximum, I would go to Shimla or to Chandigarh. Traveling
okay,
beyond these stations would have been very difficult for me because I had to return ultimately to the children who would wait.
uh,
Yes, and every time it was not possible for me to carry them. And I think I have worked in Solan only. Like I this is a small hill station, but I was able to work so much in a very great extent here only. I had interviews doctors also. I had also been working on tuberculosis, so I had interviewed doctors also. I had talked to people online who were mental health specialists, psychologists. I had talked to them also. So I think everywhere, if I will found someone who can be of use, or and whom I can have a good conversation, I will just immediately send the proposal to the person without a delay. And luckily that person would also be interested, because the theme of the show was such, it was to provide information to the common man, and it was to provide the relevance of the story to the to the ordinary man or the woman. So that was the idea, so maybe people would find it interesting or fascinating, that okay, the theme of the show was good enough, and then they would just get ready to be on the show and talk about relevant things.
yeah, it's a good actually. Fortunately, you got that chance. Whenever you send a message, you got that chance. Yeah, I am okay. I am okay.
Yeah,
You
right.
never neglected by the others.
Yeah, right,
Whenever
right.
you invite others, yeah, it's a good opportunity for you. Actually, everything comes with the grace of the God.
Yes, I
Whenever
think.
we do something, whenever we are doing something and we are want to do something, and we are if we have a grace of the God, so yeah, definitely that work can increase day by day. It will
Yeah.
nobody can stop that things. I can
Yes.
resonate these things actually.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? There is this interesting thing that I was never a people's person. Like I always was very fearful of talking to people. I was fearful of talking on stage. I had this people's phobia when I was my younger version. But later on, I wanted to overcome this thing. I wanted to overcome this hesitation. And maybe that was why God pushed me into this field, that okay, now you take all of your insecurities off and be in front of people the way you are. So it really helped me shed all that insecurities and hesitations and fears. And now I feel like I'm a confident person. I can talk to anyone. Maybe I feel a bit of nervousness before the call, but then I'm well when the call actually takes place. So yeah.
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 Yeah, it's happened actually. It's happened. Actually, I think that whenever in which things we get afraid a lot, so we should indulge ourselves in that particular things. In my
Hmm.
dogma, I'm getting afraid to public speaks. If I will indulge myself in the public speak, so day by day, I will overcome my. I was saying that if we are afraid of anything, so we have to indulge in that things to overcome that fear. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can resonate because so many people and women's trading off go outside and having a conversation. So we have to push ourselves to go out to have conversation.
Hmm.
That techniques will work and they can overcome their fear. So I can resonate these things actually. If
Yeah.
we don't do, so no one can push ourselves to do to achieve that things. Yeah.
Right,
So this
right.
thing is work actually.
Hmm.
Whether it's language, whether it's communication skills, whether anything's happen actually. So have to do work upon our skills.
Hmm. And I think
Yes.
whenever something is new, it will scare you at first for some days, or for a certain initial duration, it is going to scare you. But once you are into it for a regular basis and you are doing it consistently, the fear will go. It will just fade. So I
Definitely.
have the same point on this. Yes.
Yeah. In our earlier stage, everyone afraid actually.
Yeah,
But by
right.
the passing time, the patient reply.
Yeah,
That is
right,
the
right,
thing. Yeah, it is
right.
practice. It is come from the practice actually. Without practicing, can't achieve anything.
Yeah.
Everything is depends on the practice.
Yes,
This
right,
is the thing.
right. It's
Yes,
not
and
like we are always gifted with things. It's not like we are always born with certain qualities, but we are given this amazing efficiency to learn over time. We can learn things, and we can definitely gift so many things to ourselves. What do you think? Yeah.
uh, she
Okay.
might want something actually. She might want something from you.
Yeah, they're actually playing
Yes.
badminton, and now some other friends have joined them. So they're asking me more
Okay.
rackets. Give me more rackets.
Okay. Okay. This is the things
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, and I had given them 4 rackets already, so they have come to me again and asking me for even more.
More. Yeah, definitely. Children's require never finish.
Yeah, right, right.
Their requirements always increase actually
Yeah,
towards their
right.
mother.
Yes, right,
Never
right.
decrease. I can understand. Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
it was
I think I have had an amazing conversation with you, and I would like to wind up here. But I would definitely love to
definitely.
have a conversation again with you. I loved talking to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
found
Definitely.
you an amazing person, a very strong woman, and a very inspirational person too. So I would definitely like to have my time with you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for this appreciation.
Thank you so much
I
for your
actually,
valuable
yeah.
time. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. So bye bye.
Okay.
Bye.